everybody, this is Joey with Atomic Outdoors, and before this video starts, I want to give y'all an update. My dog Bosco, if you've been following along, he got cut up by a hog a couple weeks ago, and actually it was a week ago. And I ended up having put down last Monday after talking with my vet, and just the damage was worse than they thought. And if you follow me on any of my other social medias, whether it be Facebook, TikTok or Instagram, and I wish y'all would, if y'all would go over and follow me on those, because sometimes I'll post stuff on there that I won't post on here. But he ended up getting his urethra cut in half and splintered real bad, and the vet said it was just a super complicated surgery with no guarantees to fix anything, but it was going to be super expensive. And you got to take things into account, what you can and can't afford to do. And with there being no guarantees and the damage that was already done, I decided to have him put down. They said he might not even make it anyway. So they made the choice easier for me with the explanation of things. So, yeah, guys, that's how that went. It sucks super bad. I like Bosco a lot. I've been beating myself up about it. Things I should have done that day and with my dogs, and it was crazy. If I had to go back to the event and timeline it from the moment I turned him loose to the moment I was like, oh crap, this might not end well, it was like 10 minutes because all the damage that was done. But I thought there was some hope, and I guess my only regret is I wish I'd have known that Friday, because I could have ended some of his suffering then, instead of him go the whole weekend of suffering and stuff like that. So, these dogs really love to do this job. This is not something I make them do. I promise you, if we can make them do it, I'd have a lot better dogs. And, but we don't make them do it. They love to do it. Bosco, this was his life. It was literally what he was bred to do, what he's been doing since he could do it. He's been doing this. And it's been fun to watch him and raise him and hunt with him from a puppy up. One of my really good friends that passed away owned him before I did, and that's how he come to be my dog. But I'd watched him from day one, and I knew his daddy too. I hunted with his daddy, so Bosco meant a lot to me and my family and the people that live with him. And I don't say that about all my dogs. I really don't. I don't say that about all of them, but Bosco was a good boy, and he will be missed. And I thank everybody that reached out to me on here, who commented, who had good things to say, had advice to say. And also thank everybody that reached out to me on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. I really appreciate it, guys. And we're going to keep hunting. That's the name of the game. We're going to keep on keeping on. We'll have more dogs. We'll do all these things, and we'll get more hunts. And I just really want to get on and tell y'all thank you and enjoy this hunt. It was a good time. It got super hot real quick, and it's that time of year again, so we'll be avoiding alligators and snakes as best we can. So y'all take care. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. All right, enjoy. Maddie's on point, so let's see what she's got going on. Can't hear a band, but she's a pretty long ways away. She's over half a mile away. Amos is well over a mile, so we'll see. Well, she just moved. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Well, I got excited for a minute. So let me get back to my truck. And yeah, she's on point again. She's got a hog there, I'm pretty sure. Just too far away for me to pick her up. So she's showing tree. Yep, let me go. Hopefully we'll have a hog for y'all. This wasn't what I was thinking, but Amos has chased a bunch of pigs. Y'all, so Maddie, I don't know what she had going on, but Amos was half a mile further than she was. I actually lost track of him until I put the whatchamacallit on him, long range. But which I usually don't have to do where I'm at. But anyways, I can't show y'all. It's a little show that what happened. I'll come over here to Amos, and I'm sitting there letting him work. He was a good ways away, so I turned loose Mac and Blackjack to let them just get out and use the bathroom. And well, I look behind me, they had take off running, and I see a bunch of little shoats coming from the direction Amos was coming from too. And so Amos was tracking these little hogs. It was about 9 or 10 of them, and well, they caught it, and I let the puppies come in here and help catch and just learn something. This is Cornbread's first hog in the woods, because let's see, yeah, it's his first hog in the woods that he was a part of. So he didn't help find it or nothing, but it was, he the last one I caught in the woods that Rex was a part of, Rex caught it, and Cornbread was on the other side of the swamp. So this time I was able to get over here with him. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here and get this little pig out of here, and see if we can go find a couple more. Something going on. Little puppy Cornbread was in here earlier, and I heard a small little pig squealing, and smaller than the other one we caught earlier. And I'm about 100% positive it was him that caught it, but it must have wiggled away from him. But anyways, it's wet in here, which usually is these swamps. So I hear one of them, somebody behind me. Cornbread, what'd you find, buddy? I think whatever you found, we might have found bigger. So Amos is treed about 500 yards away, and I done walked in the middle of this swamp, and well, I'm on the way to him. So anyways, hopefully the bulldogs will get there and we'll hang this hog. I'll get back to y'all then. What a mess. Well, today I don't have my GoPro. I do this all the time. I was leaving this morning and I couldn't find the SD card for it, so I said to heck with it. And anyways, no, I had an extra SD card I needed, but so I left it. All I had was my phone. But anyways, I thought I was about 500 yards, but I think it must have either broke. Amos had it bayed for a while, but now these dogs are getting some water. But there's Blackjack. Good job, Blackjack. Him and Mac and Rex actually bumped a hog. Might have been this hog. And Amos was, he's over there. he was a good ways away from him, ahead of him and to the left of him, but he was ahead of him and to the left of him, but he, I don't know, I don't know if he just had a different hog and they left what they had and went to him or what, but they were about, when they bumped whatever they bumped, they were probably only 50 yards from me. And I heard Rex pop, do like that, and then they was gone. And then, you know, I didn't want to tone them back because they were on a hog. I was hoping they'd catch it quick. But anyway, now I got to find me a good trail to go down. Maybe I can get around this water. But all right, guys, we're going to find a way to get back to the truck, and we'll catch y'all then. I'm done for the day. I'm back at the house. You know, some things I will take away from the day. Puppies did good. They're getting along. That's all I can say. They didn't do anything impressive, but they stayed busy. They hunted, and that's really all I could ask for them. They tried to go in after. Well, they went after the hogs. They tried to find them. They didn't come back to me like right off the bat when the hogs broke. They stuck with them. They kept hunting around the area trying to figure out what was going on. So I'm pleased with them. Rex and my bulldogs, they found a hog on their own, and I heard Rex yip a little bit and they took off. So I mean, he's trying to hunt. I mean, well, he ain't trying, he is hunting. He's trying to figure it out. He's trying to use his brain. Cornbread, he's a lot younger, so he's going to take a little more time. But I think one thing that they probably need to work on is like knowing, like, if there is a bay going on, you know, to go to it. Maybe if I let them, and or if they're fighting, if he's hear the hogs fighting, or the dogs and the hogs fighting, they need to get to it to go help. But but Cornbread actually found a little pig on his own. I didn't get over there to him, but I was tracking him, and I heard a super high pitched squeal, and I knew it was a little pig. It was him, and only him and another dog were loose, him and Amos was far beyond him, and that's when I noticed that's when I heard the hog squealing, and so I was glad to see that he did get on one on his own. He didn't, like I said, he didn't hold it the whole time, but he might not even meant to find it. But I saw him on the Garmin. I watched him, you know, curve off and break away from Amos and go in there. So I was glad about that. And obviously my bulldogs did what they do, and they actually caught the first hog on their own without anybody finding it for them. And I just let them out to use the bathroom, and the hogs that Amos was on come across the road, and I guess I should have looked to see how fast Amos was moving, and it wasn't long after that Amos come too. But so they got those hogs, got that hog, then we ended up catching the mom out of that group, and then we ended up getting on another drove of hogs. It split my dogs up, and I was having some Garmin issues. One of my collars kept dropping, so I started hauling for a dog, and I got really all screwed up because, you know, I didn't want to lose my dog, and thankfully he came to me. But anyways, guys, so we had a good day. It was a short hunt, kind of, you know. I started late, and just good time. So thank y'all for watching. Hopefully we'll be able to get some more out there to you guys. Y'all take care.